you feel?
You know, if anything, fear is the only obstacle a lumber to from doing anything or achieving anything they want to achieve.
Yes.
So if you're going to put fear, be it.
Okay. Icebreakers. Stew beef or grilled beef?
Stupid.
Laptop or desktop?
Laptop.
iGadgets or Android?
Android.
Lamiez or Vettys?
Both.
Explain.
I'm fond of them both.
Okay.
From where they've started and where they are now.
Okay.
So it's hard to choose between the two.
So I'm gonna allow you to cheat on this one. As you promised me to expand Kopeli, ne?
Yeah.
Alright, sharp. Katlehong or Kaiso?
Guys,
25k or Focalistic?
25k.
Shitsonga or Chivenda?
Chiven,
DJ Papers or Mafa Front?
Marfai,
Lightroom or Photoshop?
Photoshop,
Mashobane or Vuskeke?
Mashowa,
Pokenuto or Jugulane?
Bogonu,
Morodu or Takwana?
Muhud,
N1, N4? Which one? N1 or the N4?
N4,
N4. Monada or Makazi?
Muna,
Sol Penduka or Ghost Lady?
Solpendu,
VW or Audi?
Audi,
Mamelodi or Mabopan?
Mawopa.
Alright, thanks. Let's do this. Surname, where were you born and when?
My name is Anthony Tebogo, most Bambita Karase. Born, Lady Selborn, raised at A-Reece.
Okay. So Lady Selborn is the current Mountain View.
Mountain
in
View,
Pretoria.
or Holy Cross. There's a hospital by it's a Holy Cross.
Alright. So you from Atteridgeville? That's the only kasi you owned in that's
Actually,
you only lived in
I grew up
Atteridgeville?
in a lot of kasi, Mawopane, Mamelodi, A-Reece, but mainly A-Reece, also Lilodiam as well.
Okay.
So I grew up with a lot of different cultures, different
Yes.
races. And
Yes.
So forth.
All right. Before we discuss the brand Braai Maestro, where did you go to school, and do you remember people that you went to school with?
Yes, I remember a lot.
Okay.
And some funny enough parts, I'm a Braai Maestro, we get
Okay.
along. I schooled Kolodiamo, my primary and high school.
Okay.
And then from there, St. Children College.
Okay. So you were a cheese boy. You were one of those who woke up in the morning. You leave the township to go to suburbia to go for schooling.
I don't know what's your definition
Of cheese boy. I just gave it to you.
I mean,
own it.
I wouldn't say which is boy.
Yeah.
We also hard going to Kotropo where school.
Sure.
I think maybe I was privileged.
Okay.
But to afford a better education for
All
myself.
right.
But I wouldn't say which is boy.
All right. So tell me, man. So about your school days. So what do you think gave you an introduction into the industry? Your DJ days. I believe the seed was planted in your schooling days. Is it the business studies that you did? Is it the DJing? What made you go into this cutthroat industry?
You know, when I was young, society
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Kitchen party and so forth. And cassette. You still remember no rewind, no play. Even in the school days, before
Sure.
last day of school, I'd go Kawale Soko School.
Yeah.
So you find class to classroom, while I play the music and whatnot.
Yeah, I understand that before the Braai Maestro, you were involved with a lot of businesses before here. So, do you want to expand how you started and?
Yeah, I actually ran a few places before Braai Maestro.
Okay.
So Braai Maestro Pila Pila is just a perfection of where I'm from, what I've learned. So I had a place called really where it was a cafe charisma. It was around town.
Okay.
And then I had a bottle store called Taulo Ramukopa. And then I opened another store called Cinchuro, just opposite Culture.
Okay.
That was Charisma Lounge.
All
Unfortunately, that didn't open.
Okay.
But I guess that's what led to my downfall.
Yes.
To pressing said that everything is
Yes.
guys, so that next time what I need to offer into another event where you zero place out.
For someone who wants to start this, what would you say are the lessons that you picked up from all of those places? Because I understand when you came to the Braai Maestro, you had skill, you had branding experience, you know how to market, you had events expertise, you everything was collected, but you paid school fees with your other experiences where you get cut, you had scars, you had wounds. Please explain for someone who, like, from the basics, like, what would you advise someone who wants to start?
You know, I'd say follow your passion. More than anything, follow your passion. Don't do things because others are doing it. Okay. So it's a sale from passion. And when you do things that you love, the money will come out.
Okay.
So do what you love, follow through on it, and then be consistent.
Okay. So you are one of those businessmen who doesn't share a lot. Because you don't want competition.
No, not really. I mean, every business has its own dynamics.
Okay.
So I say it's not a textbook.
Yes.
One size fits all.
Yes.
So whatever challenges that I've gone through, if we're another place on your own,
yes,
you'll have your own challenges. Some might be similar, but the solutions I think won't be the same.
All right. You had about Atretville had about 2, Centurion had 1, and the Maestro didn't start as the Maestro, right? It was a family home, but you used to hustle, grind here, and what happened? Both sides in terms of the DJing and
the DJ side. Let's start with the DJ side.
Yes.
The DJ side, I think I'm more of a music lover and a music collector.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people while we started the DJing, for Sumbody,
yes,
Lamiez,
yes,
yeah. They're more outspoken. They're more
yes.
Yes. I'm more reserved. I'm more chill. Yes. So when we all started together with the DJing, I was more skeptical.
Yes.
So I chose to be an events organizer than being a DJ. Okay. So DJ is just a hobby.
Okay.
So I don't play around, go play get a buy. I only choose where I want to play.
Yes.
And mostly more show.
Okay. And so when it started, what would you do? Were you practicing? Were you buying vinyls? What were you like? What was it like?
You know,
would you call, or were you just chilling and then it happened, or was it a concerted effort to say, guys, let's do this? This is a dream. This is our way of going out of.
You know, it all started with a passion. Like I said, if you follow your passion when you're young, you don't really know your destiny. You don't really know what's your passion. You were just doing it because you loved it.
Okay.
I think most of the guys that I came across for Sumbody and whatnot, we met because we had one common goal. So, yeah, man.
All right, it's fine. And then you converted your house. I'm told you used to, what will I call it, a street walker? You used to sell meat by here when it was still your family home.
Yes. I remember when I was retrenched.
Yeah.
From my previous employer. So I had to make some income.
Okay.
So around with you, because we go out there at
yes,
and then come back more with you and chill with the guys. Every time when you need to drive out.
Yes.
So there's a gap here. We don't have somewhere where we can buy meat or we have food to eat. So I decided, you know what, my dad had a butcher.
Okay.
So when my dad got that, you know what, I need to them 2,000, 3,000. I need to sell for So I took out a price then, gave you a month, start selling, buying meat, start selling.
Yeah.
My wife, actually,
Yes. Yeah.
things were still study.
Okay.
So I had to inaugurate on check. I can shop pizza before yesterday.
Sure.
You know, she do that. I'm going to pizza go outside, give a price there, and sell to the guys. And funny enough, I'd get sold out the first day.
Yeah.
Friday sold out. Saturday sold out. Sunday sold out. So during the week I wouldn't sell. During the week I'd sell Arch. Right outside. Arch, let's go.
Sure.
You know, scopo it's something you don't need to prepare much.
Yeah.
Because as you before, you say Holworthy.
Yes.
It was mostly populated by white guys and so forth.
Okay.
So most of our namu is
Yeah.
They would get the whole like 50
Yes.
and so forth. So I'd sell CDs, I'd sell them food, I'd do this, I'd do that. So just to get an extra bag.
Yes. So you are an original Westview and you are original Danville. So when you came here, there was no Madeira complex.
Yeah.
There was so what was it like when you lived?
Westview was very small. It was like a community, a small community.
A small
We knew
community.
each other.
Yeah.
So look at Madeira. It was a hall. My sister got married. Come all over here.
Yes.
I remember 2005.
Oh, okay.
So it was very small. Larry and I were very young, so we'd hang around mostly Munku.
Yes.
That's why we started learning how to DJ.
Okay, yes.
You know, somebody was there, F1, F2.
Yeah.
F1, F2. What do you get talk about computer?
Yes.
Yes. Somewhere. You know, jump out, chair.
Yes.
And computer, let's have a computer.
Yes.
In the evening, we come back, got on the computer.
Yes.
So that's where it all started. The passion, music, the passion of entertaining people and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you made it a business, a full-time business.
Yeah, it was hard. Though.
Yes.
It was hard. I mean, converting your passion into money.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes skills.
Yeah.
And it takes passion. And it takes patience as well.
So you identified the food, you identified the entertainment via music, but then you also came with certain expertise, how to manage events. Tell us about that.
Basically what I do mostly, I'm an events compliance officer.
Okay.
So most major events, a lot of people don't know this.
Okay.
So most major events, before you need to have a proper plan. So that's where I come in.
Okay.
But it's a job.
All right.
So that's why I come in. You plan from your egress to your entrance to this, to your exits, to your parking, to this. Someone faint, what's going to happen there? You need to notify your nearest hospitals. How are we going to get there? The routes, this and that. So there's no any obstructions, any emergency vehicles or whatnot. So there's proper planning, proper planning with a lot of stakeholders, medical, police, medics, this, that. So it takes a lot. So event I know just in general.
Guys, there is a plug. So it's job, ne?
Yeah.
Mostly all cities in South Africa have their job department where this job it's done.
Yeah.
So a young guy who's got connections, who can go around, who has events management skills, who can contact the EMS, who can gather all of these things, can have a career going this way.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's not a career that you go to school and go and learn.
You actually go to school for that. Before you become a compliance officer, you need to have health and safety, you need to do your health and safety, you need to do, there's a lot that you need to do, courses that you need to do in order for you to become a safety officer. Because remember, you're dealing with people's lives.
Okay.
I mean, if you remember, back in 2000, just before Bushiga Zama, there was a stampede there.
Yes.
Ellis Park, there was a stampede there.
Yes.
So we plan for such to not happen.
Okay.
So if you neglect that, should something happen, the events organizer, address.
Okay.
Should something happen, you as an appointed safety officer and compliance officer at that event, should you jump anything,
yes.
you're the one that you're next.
Oh, so how did you run
So you need
it?
to have the qualifications for that.
Oh.
So if you're not qualified, should something happen, your neck is in the head.
Okay, so you are fully rounded in that perspective because you studied business.
Yeah, I also studied business. I actually studied a lot.
Yeah.
I did IT. I'm a network administrator.
Okay.
Certified network administrator.
Okay.
That's what I used to do
okay.
the previous employment that I had. So I also did business studies.
Okay.
So I also did engineering in Vettys. Engineering in Vettys.
Yes.
So you know what, this is not for me.
Yeah.
So that's when I started doing your business.
Okay.
How to learn, just to fine tune your business skills.
Yeah. And then when you came to apply, it made sense to you.
Yeah.
Or was it anchored more by the love of doing this?
One, I grew up Kamo family in business. My dad had shops. My grandparents had shops, both from my father and mother's side.
Okay.
So go shop.
All right.
So doing business was just to fine tune things that I've learned from.
All right. Yeah.
You know, just to perfect or to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're not a typical cheese boy, you would also go and work in your
yes,
and
definitely.
you knew how to manage people coming in and out of the door.
Yeah.
All right. And so those are the skills that have managed for you to run there. And how long do you want to tell us? How long have you run this?
Ran what?
The Braai Maestro.
It's now at 4 years. We started at 2019. 2019. And funny enough, when we opened doors, we didn't market or name or anything.
Yes.
We just opened gates, and then the community just came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a full house that day without music, anything. It was just food.
You know, I tell people that there's a psychological line that we draw in years. So when we talk business, is the business pre-COVID and after COVID. I know a lot of stories about the Braai Maestro during the hard lockdown. How was it for you and your staff? And I remember when the hard lockdown came, we would pass here, it will be closed because we've already gotten used to the Braai Maestro. How tough was it?
You know, I think if anything, the lockdown, the hard lockdown, COVID is the one tailoring, it knocked everything out, especially more entertainment industry, because everything was just closed down.
Yeah.
Now there wasn't any extra income, it's and this and that. So if you don't run your business well, because staff they become your kids.
Yes.
I mean, you know, because they depend on you.
Yeah.
So it was tough. It was very tough. But we got through.
That's how you learn to build a strong team.
Yeah.
There are sacrifices all around.
Yeah.
And tell me, it was dry during the hard lockdown. We relied on pineapple, and you guys had stashes of things to quench our thirst. It was very dry because Ramaphosa had closed everything. And how did you survive? Because now I remember I called you hosting Majita, hey, Karasim Fetibona, man, hey, help us, man. and you said you ran out.
Yeah.
What was happening? How tough was it?
I actually did run out. But remember, Rena's Panisarena, the food only cannot sustain the salaries of our people.
Okay.
You know, as tough as it was.
Yeah.
We were just selling food, but Merisa, underground.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't sell for people outside.
Yes.
Yes. You know,
Yeah.
just keep it maintained on a low profile, unlike more far out to outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, man, you weathered the storm, you soldiered on, and we're happy that it's here. And look, I know I've spoken to a lot of people in the community. They appreciate what you do. They they expected you when coming, and you didn't disappoint. And I mean, one of the joys of that is you've been sustaining the community. But we'll talk about how the community has been benefiting from what you do. But I think let's get them to get the food. Yeah, let's get the food.
Problem.
So we show the audience what is it that you do. The food is here. So which one is which one? Which one am I having? I'm having this, and you're having that. Or share?
Actually, I would love us to share.
All right, it's fine.
Remember, it's a Mohodu Monday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is Mohodu Monday. That is some, no?
Yeah, it's Mohodu, Kastampa, veg of the day, and then the chakalak.
Chakalak.
You serve the meanest Mohodu. The cleanest and meanest.
No, I know. No, I can tell it's clean because everyone who knows the Braai Maestro would tell. This is one of the cleanest venues you could have. I remember in the past they used to have this advert of this restaurant. This restaurant manager says, "I can bet you, you can dish for me up on the floor. I can eat from the floor." He was just showing how clean it is. I know the Braai Maestro is the cleanest places I've known. So Now on my side, what is it I'm having?
This is a special one. Oxtail with cat dumpling, veg of the day, and then hunale chakalaka as well.
This is what I've not had in the past. I've always skipped this. Whenever I come here, you don't have this, so this is going to be an opportunity for me to taste.
This is actually a fast line. Yeah, it doesn't stay long.
Yes.
We only serve this on Thursdays.
Like if it like a cra ibetilwe. Man.
It's the meanest you can ever have via oxtail. Try any restaurant and come back, go to Thursday. I can bet my life on.
I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be distracted. Let's continue. So, you were telling me off camera how the community of Danville, Westview, has treated you ever since you operated. Tell me, is there crime in this community?
Well, it's fortunate enough. There is a bit of crime. More community, of which Renali CPF, they're fighting combating crime. The members of community are they're always up in hands, especially when coming to crime prevention.
Yeah.
So not fortunate enough, I've never had any robberies, I've never had any house break-ins or whatsoever.
So you're treating the community well and it treats you back?
Yes.
And I know this community is a sort of student village kind of community because you are next to the University of Tshwane, right? And you employ a lot of youth from this community.
Yes, and preferably I get one of
Yes.
That's where our passion is, keeping the kids off the streets, keeping them away from drugs, this and that. And all around this view, there's no sports complex where they entertain and so forth. So a lot of them result into doing wrong things.
Yes.
So keeping them away from strata, from crime, from drugs, from this, and also grooming them for whatever opportunities or whatever they're studying for. So Pila is getting them organized more employment, grooming them or the better versions of who they are.
Yeah, I know the community loves you, and they've now started, and I know parents would now start approaching you to say, man, because they have now started to see you as, because to start with, and they just want you to take care of their siblings, to approach you to just to, if you've got an opening, man, take my child, and other people have started to warm up to what you do. And I was speaking the other day to say, I don't think people understand what kind of this establishment does. I got to a point where I don't even know what to call this establishments. What are they? What do you call them?
Funny enough, when we started, a lot of people didn't know what Braai Maestro has to offer.
Yes.
Yes. So you get a lot of resistance from some of the staff that we had at that moment. So they come through, actually this is a good thing, actually.
Yes.
Instead of us fighting it, rather this is a good thing, because at the end of the day we know where our kid is, number one. They know they know he works for that man.
Yes.
Before now, and only to meet them, Robatalo says, no, this is what's happening, this is the environment they're working in.
Yeah.
And then they'll embrace it, and now,
yes,
you have a spot, please. So we get a lot of that now.
Because what I like about this place is, even parents of this community do come here.
Yes.
And this is what I love about it, because that's what I'm saying, the community is embracing it. It's not only because in other places this taint of saying, because you are selling liquor, because like I say, I struggle to find a word for this kind of restaurants.
It's a restaurant.
Yes.
It's simple as that. It's a restaurant.
This kind of restaurants, because every township has it, and people start seeing the economic spin-off of this kind of restaurant, because whenever it exists, people around it in the same community, they benefit of it. Parking is the easiest. Car guards is the easiest, because I know people around would offer, you would find it in Atteridgeville. Go Paley, when you go to Masterpieces, when there's a big game, even small game, you would find people offering their yards outside and inside. They would have parking, secured parking, and people do enjoy that kind of security when it comes to that, and everyone benefit. No one has to see it as competition. And I know in your same establishment, you had people who were doing business, but you did not fight, and you still big brass. Do you wanna share that a bit about that?
Yes, mind you, raise you Nenale Bravo.
Yes.
He's our old brother.
Krotman. Sure.
I love him dearly. You want me to Bravo.
Sure.
He's always funny, always.
Bravo is very sweet. Brasoli.
So they know. I still look up to him.
Yes.
There's no animosity or whatsoever.
Yes.
Then I think he's embraced that thing. There's Braai Maestro and there's Bravo.
Yes.
I think more industry, instead of working against each other, we should work with each other.
Yeah.
Remember, we're from COVID.
Yes.
COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people lost their houses, lost this, lost that. The Braai Maestro is an opportunity for community to also make something, an extra income for themselves.
Sure.
If you look at it, most of our tour were down on the outside, but car guards are guys from the car wash. They also offer parking, car washing with a little bit of something.
Because you've got a car wash next to.
Lona keep away from crime.
Yeah.
It keeps them away from crime, because they know they look forward to tomorrow, because they know that there's an extra bucket for them, so that they can afford 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
By themselves 1, 2, 3. Now I hire a lot of these youngsters outside for Kono Bana employment, and also just to mold them.
Yeah.
For whatever even is in the future.
Yeah. Okay, you spoke about crime. I always congratulate you for making a boss move, making a strategic move of converting your family house into a place like this, because you previously lamented the fact that renting is not always, because your business succeeds based on your relationship with your landlord, and it's something that you cannot control. He might get greedy and start changing terms unilaterally and stuff. So you made a boss move to come here, even though there was a existing business. You found a niche, and you are equally surviving. You are thriving, and I found it very happy. But you spoke about crime, and you spoke about how in the community loves you and they protect you. You don't get hit. But here's the thing. I was reading about Lolly Jackson. Lolly Jackson died a long time ago. I think more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And Lolly Jackson was like the flamboyant guy who. And I don't want to say this thing started with him, but so Lolly Jackson was gunned down, and people started wondering, this kind of restaurant, this club that offers the nightlife, how dangerous is it? Is it just protection fees? Is it just drug monies? So a lot of people want to do it, but they are fearful. And you were very brave to come in, and it has treated you well so far. When you think about all of these hits that are happening in this industry, how does it make you feel?
If anything, fear is the only obstacle a Lambert from doing anything or achieving anything they want to achieve.
Yes.
So if you're going to put fear, you'll never do anything. Because before now, no will apply what's about what's going to happen here, all this.
Yeah.
You'll never get anywhere. So push your passion. If you lost you can say
Yes.
But I'm protected by God. More than anything, I believe in God. He's the high power. I don't believe in fearing people. I respect people. I treat people with respect, as always. But I don't fear.
Yes.
If anything in my career that I've done, was that fear your main problem
Enemy.
and your main
It
enemy.
paralyzes you.
Paralyzes you. So immediately once you keep the fear away, then you can push what you want to push.
Yes.
It's not easy. Easy said, but easy, not easy done.
Difficult to execute. Yeah. And so you have not been approached, you have not been threatened, but here's the thing. I once interviewed a guy who was a former drug addict. He told me that I must, whenever I go to a club or restaurant, I must just go to the white ceramic and run my finger and look what kind of powder do I come up with. And I want to tell you, I'm not buying face because you dish good food for me. I've not seen that at the Maestro. And so you live in a big city, Pretoria. I will not say there's no prevalence of drugs anywhere in Gauteng. And you, just for confidence, you do not have a snake man in your club.
No, this is a drug-free zone. Remember, this is a restaurant. During the day, it's family friendly.
Yes.
Kids come, even in the evening, parents come over. But go have a drink, a glass of wine, Joe with the dine with the family, and then Bazama. So I've got security as well, outside and inside. So there isn't any chance of a snake man at that because I mean, remember Batamu is we're more of a family now.
Yeah.
Because I interact with a lot. I interact with actually all of the customers.
Yeah.
So already you can tell if someone is under the influence of drugs or if someone worried, you can always spot them.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone can always say, hey, none of the say drugs.
Yeah.
So it's always easier. So
reputational damage is at risk as well. If someone just comes and tarnish your name with, because like I'm being honest with you, parents of this community love you. They love what you are doing because they were skeptical at first, but you delivered what you promised. So tell me, man, you lost a close friend, you lost a brother that you came up with, and was suspected that it is in the same industry that you went to. And you know, when the rumors start flying, we start getting scared. Wabon, is Karas okay? Are you okay? Were you fearful, and how did that personally make you feel?
You know, the death of somebody in Vettys.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I grew up with that boy.
This your homeboy?
Yeah, it's like a brother.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a close brother. So it hit us a lot. I don't want to speculate on the reasons of his death.
Yeah.
Or get much into that.
Yes.
I mean, our relationship is more than that.
Yes.
So I don't want to look at the downside, the upsides, or whatever.
Sure.
You know, but now it's scary, especially for any business. I think not only just for the restaurants.
Yes.
Any business over you run a risk of robbery, you run a risk of so many things.
Yeah.
And nowadays we don't carry cash anymore.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if a robber had to go robber or something.
Yes.
That's what we are fearful of more. You know, but like I said, man, if you believe in God, if you believe or He's the only one that can tell your destiny.
Yes.
Also, anything that can obstruct you or what's my own in fear. I believe like it's my yes. You know what I say. So there's no reason for me to always look at behind my back. But be aware of your surroundings because people do take chances now and then. Yeah, but when coming to crime,
you don't want to spend. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Let's go to that topic. Hosting. Next. Hosting. I'm told you can't run a place as beautiful like this, ne? Without having Banyana who would run the tables, Mapiatla, the beautiful ones, Ombrastada, who would bring, when you buy a bottle with a surname, they will bring it with starlights and stuff. This is what I'm told. Tell me, is it true? And please define hosting for me.
Okay, the first one, there's two questions if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
The first one, the girls.
Yes.
Bottle girls and so forth.
Yeah.
I mean, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
It also an more music industry. You know, you get your jazz, you get your piano, you get your hip hop. Hip hop sex sounds.
Yes.
Piano, alcohol, partying sounds.
Yeah.
Jazz is more mature, chill, no sex. You know,
Yes.
always decent.
Sure.
So that's where I put Braai Maestro. Braai Maestro, okay, it's more of your jazz.
Okay.
Than your piano or your hip hop. I don't sell sex. I sell food, I sell service, and I sell the ambience.
Okay.
That's what we sell more Braai Maestro, and that's what works for us. But other places, I guess that's what works for them. You know, having bottle girls, this and that. And having bottle girls, I mean, it's another opportunity for girls to actually, it's not actually selling
showcase
them, but also creating employment for them.
Yes.
If you look at it. You know, it doesn't mean, or me as an owner, I'm saying go and sell yourself.
Yeah.
No. It's for you to present those bottles in a certain way.
Yeah.
Well, so unfortunately, more I did
yes.
with families,
yes.
bottle girls.
Yeah.
But I do like a short talk on my hand that to go up your ex. You know,
what is hosting?
Hosting is a lot.
Yes.
Hosting, I'm hosting you, you hosting me.
Yes. Yeah.
No, and it goes with people's skills.
So you don't do hosting here?
I host because I'm the host most of the time.
Yes.
And when people come through, I make sure I treat them, and so forth. My managers as well. You know, the staff of Saka as well.
Okay. So we are closing now. Give me the most memorable people that you've hosted, and give me the people in your township, in your, I don't even know what it. So you are in the middle of, you are a township, you are a suburban area. So tell me, like the memorable people that you've hosted here, and people from around your township.
I've got your former mayors,
yes.
Got your actors for Cobra.
Yes.
You know,
who come here, they enjoy that.
Yes. Come through. You know, so many people come through.
Yes.
Always you know, I can't name them all. Your
yes.
ex-mayors, your chief study gear.
Yeah, so your Cassis has a lot of interesting people. Mkaya Wagagu in this township, Lamiez, for example, she's from here.
Actually, Danville, Pretoria West as a whole.
Yes.
No? It has created so many talent.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not even aware how these guys are from this township.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough to see them all grow. I mean, for E.g., A-Reece, Benchmark, they live just across the road from my house. They go first stage, last stage,
yes.
opening acts and so forth.
Yeah.
Benchmark, A-Reece. And then up the street, more Ellensport, Tonalbo Bagzito, you know, Bagzito, I used to rap. And now he's an actor. Then I used to give him stage, you know,
sure.
Opening act, video thing, you know.
Yes.
And now he's big. He's gone big. I mean, you got your Sumbodies. Somebody we to tell you later.
Yeah.
Can computer.
Sure.
F1, F2, F1, F2.
I know. Vettys says Klexdorp erased him. Pretoria made me.
You know, he's from Klexdorp, but then I like the fact that we've embraced him.
Yes.
He's a local brand now.
Yes.
So far, he owns Westview. He's no longer Klexdorp.
Yes.
You know.
He came here with his ears wet, and then it made him a man.
He came. You know, that's another story.
Yes.
That's another story for another day.
Yes.
But it's one interesting story.
Yeah.
I would say this story. It's one hell of an interesting
sure.
story. So
we'll listen. Podcast. Yeah, we'll listen to it.
And then you get your Lamiez,
yes.
and just for Pretoria West.
Yeah.
You know, she was very young. She grew up Mopelagale.
Sure.
You know, I remember another Narata house. She used to dance, you know. And then she got a passion in early Italian. She'd come to the studio, go to 20 FM when we were doing 20 FM.
Yes.
Yes. And then she liked the radio, and then she went into radio.
Yes.
And then from there she just flourished. You know,
yeah.
She perfected her art player now to a certain level. You know what? It's beyond.
So Township is rich, man.
Very rich.
Very rich.
I'm not getting into body politics.
Yes.
I'm just talking about the ones that
in the industry. Yes.
So it's a lot, man. There's so many people who are from Pretoria West that we need to embrace and say these are our people.
Yes.
You know, as much as they've gone out, they went out to face
Yeah.
the world. But they're from here and they know their roots. They know where they're from.
Yes.
And they're available where they're from.
No, thank you very much, man. You created a wonder gem. The Maestro is a gem. So for people who want to come here, where do they find it?
It's in 271 Sekal Street. You know, it's in Westview. I mean, it's not hard
Yes.
to find. Look at Hypamo,
Yes.
GPS, the Braai Maestro, it leads you straight here.
Now, thank you very much. Hey, guys, that's it. We want to eat. We're going to cut so we could have a meal. Mwah. Thank you, guys.